Hi everyone and welcome to episode 346 of Aussie Tech Heads, and it is the 20th of June. It's nearly tax time. Yay! All right, well tonight we've got heaps of stories, so we're going to get straight into it. But before we do the normal obligatory plug for Aussie Tech Heads hosting. If you need a good hosting, professional, fast Aussie servers, why not jump on to aussietechheads.com.au/hosting and have a look at the packages that are there. They're from $5.95 per month. You can't go wrong. They're all managed servers in Sydney, and you're all nice air cooled and water cooled and all this sort of stuff. So they never overheat and all that. So they're all good. Top of the notch. Top of the wazza. So go and have a look at aussietechheads.com.au/hosting. All right, now on the show tonight we have Shane and Jason. So hello, boys. How you doing?
Yeah, you can call me Jason this time.
That's right. That's right, we can. So there's Jace. We'll find out what he's been up to. I have a sneaky suspicion that, Jace, you're on another podcast this week.
Yeah. Trying out something new.
Yeah, so if you don't know, we did put it into the feed. It was the Aussie Mac Zone. That's right, it's back. Can you believe it? After 5 years, it's been in hiatus, but it's come back, been revived by myself, Jason here, and another Jason. So that makes all the world confusing. And Garth, remember Garth, he's on it too. So check out in iTunes, Aussie Mac Zone. I'll be putting some links up on the webpage shortly. But yeah, so that's there. And Jace, you've been going all right? You've had a fun couple of days. You got a new camera, got a new backdrop. It's all looking good.
Yeah, got a new camera, got the backdrop going there. We'll improve that in the future, but I think the quality is a lot better. Unfortunately, my blue snowball microphone has decided to be a pain tonight, so we'll give him a bit of a rest and just let the Logitech C920 camera take it over.
Yes.
It's cool. I was looking at the prices for it, and Dick Smith and Officeworks got the camera for $129, but I went to a little shop in near Central Sydney Central. They got a bunch of computer shops, mostly run by Chinese people there, and they had it for $99 on the shelf, but their website said $89. So I said, "That's all I'm paying." So they're like, "Yep, that'll do."
Cool. Good stuff. Good score. All right, so you're over there, and hopefully we'll get that mic fixed for next week, or by next Tuesday even. And I was going to say something else about something, but I forgot. You know what it's like.
That's right.
Yes, I don't know what it was now. But anyway, on the other side of the continent is Shane. How you doing, Shane?
Good, Glenn. Good, Jason. How are we all?
Yes, not too
bad. How's yourself?
Not too bad. What have you been up to? On call again tonight? You're going hard.
I'm on call again, for tonight and next week. And I was just saying before the show that I was having a few dramas myself with plug one of my lights in that lights up the backdrop, and that blew and took out half my house's power, and so I had to bloody go out the front and turn the safety switch back the other way, and only run with one light at the back. So apologies for a dicky backdrop, but these things happen.
Doesn't look too bad. I think we've all had our fair share of problems tonight again. That's right.
On a happier note, I've got my new phone.
Oh, what do you got? HTC.
Got the HTC one. I went for the black model.
How do you like it?
Same as this one.
Obviously, it's a different operating system. So it's a bit of a learning curve going from the iPhone to that. I've had a tablet for a while, but that's ice cream sandwich, whereas this is jelly bean. So, but I'm getting the hang of it, and it seems to be performing better. And the screens on the iPhone, I thought I couldn't really get into watching videos and stuff, but I've been watching videos on this one, and because the screen's just that much bigger and better quality screen as well. Sorry?
1080p.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all right.
What it is.
That's good. So what did you do with the iPhone? You still got that?
Yeah, it's a work phone. So I'm giving that back, and I'll just put the SIM card from that into mine. So should I ever leave, where I work, I've got to give them the SIM card back, but I keep the phone.
Now, that's good. Now, I just remembered what it was that I was trying to say before. For those astutely aware tech heads out there, you would see that we do go live every Thursday night from around 7:30 if all goes well. Well, at least you'll tune in for all the shenanigans anyway before the actual recording. But this week we've moved over to Ustream. So the aussietechheads.com.au/live still works to get to the lounge, but now it's being powered by Ustream, and hopefully this will go a lot better. Like we're having issues with the live stream as well. We had to send 2 streams to it. One for the desktop version, one you get on the internet at home on your desktop machine, and we also had to send another stream, and upload another stream for people who wanted to watch it on the mobile, which was getting a bit crazy. So we changed over to Ustream. It's only one upload, and then Ustream work it all out so as they should, and then you can get it on your mobile. So all the shows now should be available to be streamed live on your mobile as well as we record, and the previous show to be played on your mobile just by going to get the Ustream app, and you'll be able to see a history of the shows up there as well if that's the way you want to do it. All right, now also
you can still watch it live from the same location.
Yes, you can watch it live from. That's right, from the app.
Place you did last time.
Do you have to do anything different with the upstream? I mean, like, are you doing anything different through VidBlaster or the encoding or anything like that?
No. VidBlaster is pretty good because it's got a selection of, say, it's pre-configured itself. You just choose if you want live stream, Ustream, Justin TV, I think it is, and there's another one called something else. So,
okay.
What was it, Jace? Bash or something?
Is it Twitch TV?
No. I looked at that upon your advice, but it just shot me straight back to Justin. So it must be the same sort of thing.
Justin owns it.
Right. All right. Now, Twitter. Now, you guys, if you want news, and let's face it, that's why you're here listening to the podcast. If you want it in your Twitter stream, at Aussie Tech News, and you'll get a couple. I've increased it to about 3 every half an hour, I think. It did fall over for a little bit there. Early May, but that was because the Twitter redesigned their authentication protocols, or the way that third-party things authenticate. So yes, blah blah. So I re-authenticated, and Aussie Tech News is back up and running. And don't forget the radio, AussieTechRadio.com. All the great Aussie Tech shows all in one place. How good is that, eh? Streaming live through the Shoutcast server. Get that Shoutcast app on your phone and go crazy for that as well. AussieTechRadio.com. Heaps of shows. Heaps of them. So go and have a look at that. All right. Now, I've got heaps of stories. I don't know about you guys, but I might as well start.
Yeah, because you stole one of mine.
Yeah, probably. Well, see, I get so many, I'll let you guys have that. I'll let you have it. But hang on. Well, before we do go into that, let's get Shane's what happened in tech history. Couple of quickies, Shane.
All right, no worries. June 17, 1946. The first mobile telephone call was made from a car in St. Louis, Missouri. 1946, that far back.
That's right. When was that? Remember that footage that was filmed and everyone thought it was Time Traveller? That was a footage from the 20s, though, I think, wasn't it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, we talked about that a month or so ago, I think.
Yeah, I think it was all made out to be a hoax or something. And, that's interesting. And what else happened?
June 19, 1623, mathematician Blaise Pascal was born in France. He invented a digital calculator, and called the Pascaline, to help his father with his tax collecting work. Is that also the same bloke that the programming language Pascal's named after?
I think so. I think it is.
It'd have to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Did you learn? I learned Pascal when I
I did.
Yep. And
I mean, they tried teaching it to me.
Yeah, I didn't become a... What was that, Chase?
One of the few that I have not looked at.
Oh, okay, right. Well, you're probably a bit young for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey?
Young. Thank you very much. You're very kind.
But, Pascal, look, I remember that. I remember because I had a background of Apple Basic, Apple Soft when I was a kid, and I could learn that, and I knew how to program in Basic. I wasn't too bad at it either. And then went, I don't know, to TAFE or somewhere and started learning this Pascal, and it was really weird because, like, as you would think, I'm not sure about other programming languages, but I'm sure that they're probably the same. They run from top down, but Pascal ran from bottom up. So I don't know how that sort of works. But anyway, that's how it is. That's my
I don't remember that. I remember there was semicolons at the end of every line. And
That's right. I'm pretty sure it ran backwards up or up, down, up. But anyway. All right. Did you have any more, Shane? Any other little gems?
Yeah, I did. One more. June 20, 1840, Samuel F.B. Morse received a U.S. patent for improvement of the mode of communicating information by signals by application of electromagnetism. We call it Morse code.
Oh, there you go.
Which officially doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. I think they officially defunct it, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
remember it.
I didn't know it anyway. So didn't matter.
And also, 10 years ago, on June the 19th, my daughter was born. So there you go.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So I had that one in the list too, but it wasn't blue, so I wasn't allowed to read it.
Oh, I didn't even see it. You are allowed to read. They're just recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about that.
Yeah, my big stick, don't you? You read one, you're not allowed to.
There'll be trouble.
There will be big trouble.
Why are you wanna?
Oh, you got a bit of the Green Death on your hand there, Jace.
Yeah, because these things just behind my head.
Oh, you're touching those maggots again. All right. Yeah. Internet Explorer 10 is the most energy efficient browser on Windows 8. Did you boys know that? Well, I didn't.
How the hell did they measure that?
Well, remember, I'll show you some graphs, and for those on the audio, you'll find that extremely interesting. But the Internet Explorer continues to be the most energy-efficient browser on Windows 8, according to the Center for Sustainable Energy Systems at somewhere in the USA, Fraunhofer. Sounds like somewhere should be in Germany. When compared to Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer uses up to 18% less energy. This means that if every Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox user in the US switched to Internet Explorer 10 on Windows 8 for 1 year, the energy saved could power over 10,000 households in the United States for that year. Wowzers. So this would eliminate the release of over 85,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide into the equivalent greenhouse gas emissions. It is the equivalent of reducing greenhouse emissions by consuming nearly 45.5 million litres less of fuel. That's insane. Just by using a different browser. And this is equivalent to the carbon dioxide removed by growing nearly 2.2 million tree seedlings for 10 years. Now, that's insane.
Put on your Microsoft, it's still not going to be enough to convince people to switch back to Internet Explorer.
No,
I
but
bet you somebody got
It reminds
paid.
me of that website where they made a black Google search page so that your monitor would only be showing mostly black pixels with a little bit lighted up, and they said that's going to save a ton of electricity because all the monitors are mostly going to be black, and so the pixels will be switched off.
oh, that's right. And and that's still around because I've just flashed up a shot. Yeah, Blackle. I think there's even a blackle.com.au, and it is Google. It's powered by Google, but I did find a flaw in it today because I thought, why wouldn't I use this? Save a tree. But you know how you search on a Google and then you go images and you just search for the images. I couldn't find an image link on there. There's too much black. It was too dark.
It's probably black, yeah.
That's right. It's too dark.
Reminds me of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with Hot Black Desiato's ship that was all black on the inside and it had a black light that lit up black to tell you don't press.
Yes, right. Yeah, smart thinking. But if you want to check out Blackle, it's actually au.blackle.com, BLACKLE, and it's just a black screen. Like instead of Google being you're familiar with Google being white, well, this is black with white text. So go and have a look at that if it's got nothing better to do. And I
bet you somebody got a grant. Some university probably got a grant for doing that thing about Internet Explorer. It reminds me of another one where it was a couple of months ago. I think there was a story where some university got this bloody grant from the government to do research on the proper ratio between scone, cream, and jam, and they got about a $10,000 grant.
I'd love to do that.
Isn't that a joke? Isn't that?
Can somebody get a survey up to do a checkout for how much? What's the best ratio of chili to chicken on a burger?
Oh, jeez.
Give me 25 grand and I'll eat all the burgers you want.
Why are we spending money on this? I don't know. Internet provider iiNet has been fined something like $120,000. They've been naughty because they've been advertising on buses, and it's been advertised not in accordance with the rules set down by ACCC. It has been the first publicly listed company to be fined for failing to properly display total minimum charges in an advertisement, or an advertisement, some people might say. In February and March, iiNet spruiked a $59.95 monthly charge for its naked DSL service on the back of a Sydney bus. Now, ACCC found issue and, fined them. 102,000, sorry. Correction, I should have got that, read that properly. 102, big backwards. An ACCC spokesman said that while private companies had previously been issued infringement notices, this was the first fine for a publicly listed company. Why would they not? They'd be across that. Why? I wonder why that happened. Maybe.
Yeah, I think somebody in advertising slipped up there, and they're going to get a big rap over the knuckles for that.
Yeah, for sure. So they're not going good there. Shane, what did
speaking of your surveys that people are getting paid for, there was an announcement today that the Register website is trying to raise money to do a study into what kind of broadband would be best for Australia and how it could be best delivered and stuff like that. So I think they're trying to raise $25 or $250,000 to do a study before the political parties get too out of control with it the way they're going now.
Yeah, okay. Because I saw a story today that NBN, they've been told, I don't know who by, but been told that they've got to get themselves ready for a change of government, ready for a new boss, so to speak. But before we move off that, I have got actually another story about the NBN, and I'll just find it here. Here it is. So the NBN has launched a 25 down, 5 up megabits fixed wireless service. So there you go. ISP Sky Mesh is among the first to unveil retail pricing. So now we've got here. So a fixed wireless service. Now that's now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jace. I don't know if you know more about this than me, but fixed wireless is. It's not wireless as in like mobile phone, but it's wireless from a certain antenna that I think has a maximum users of whatever it is, 25 or whatever it is.
And distance, yeah. I subscribed to one of those several years ago in Sydney because the ADSL kept on getting used up by my housemate. So I was on 3G for a while, but that was a bit slow. So I thought I'd sign up to one of these wireless. And even though I was in the inner suburbs, not too far out of the centre, I just couldn't get any signal anywhere in a decent spot in the house. So I ended up getting a refund for that, which was good.
Yeah,
I bought
okay.
the equipment through Met Electronics, and the company said, yeah, it looks as though from the traffic we've been seeing on your account that you're just not getting any connections. So we'll happily refund you for that one. But that was right in the city, so these things don't go very far, and I guess they're not going to go through walls and buildings and stuff either. So you have to have a pretty close access point to get a good signal for that.
Yeah, okay. Just looking at some of these plans that they said that they're going to have. This is the ISP. Who were they? Sky Mesh. iSky Mesh. So you're looking at looks like 10 gig normal data allowance, 10 gig for $30. That's with the discount. That's if you have a phone, going to have a phone with them. So say without a phone, it's $40 for 10 gig, all the way up to 500 gig for $85. That's probably not too bad. Depends. Yeah, it depends as Jay said, if you can pick it up and if you can run with it. Yeah. So let's keep an eye on the Sky Mesh if you want fixed wireless. Shane, where are you at with your stories this week?
I was going to do the China one, but following on from the Sky Meshy kind of thing, I might actually do the story that you had in your list that I've also got in mind. Google uses balloons to float an internet dream.
I think
Basically,
Jace had this story as well. Yeah, sorry. Go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, well, I've got to get one back on Jace anyway. So this is basically where Google has plans on launching a whole bunch of balloons, like weather balloons, but kind of a bit stronger material. Well, they claim that it's stronger material anyway, to send out internet to remote areas, to cover basically that. They basically said that there's 5 billion odd people, or 4.7 billion people that can't get access to the internet. And they reckon that these balloons will help kind of fix that. The story goes on to sort of say, right, I think I might have even heard on another podcast that the speeds are 3G speeds or thereabouts. This story says that the balloons will be flying 20 kilometres above Christchurch, because New Zealand's where the pilot program is, but they reckon that they'll be flying 20 k's above the Earth, which is above the above commercial airlines and that sort of thing. I also heard on another podcast today that basically how it works, or how it's supposed to work, is that main balloons will be above like populated areas to get the signal up in the first place, and then the ones that are obviously out in the middle of nowhere, the balloons will kind of communicate amongst themselves and spread the signal out that way. And I don't know whether it's going to be an automated thing or people will be running it, but they can then adjust their height and all that kind of stuff depending on what the needs are and the coverage and everything.
Now, this project, I don't know if this is gives you any indication if whether this is serious or not, but Project Loon, it has taken off from New Zealand. And
Good for balloon.
Oh, right. Okay. Get it. Good. Okay. I thought just like lunacy.
Lunatic.
So by moving with the wind, the balloons form a network of airborne hotspots. So, wowsy doozies. Now, I was interested to see how these things flew, like why wouldn't they just blow away? Why wouldn't they just blow into Japan? But apparently they must have little motors on them. And I did say here, it uses algorithms to determine where the balloons need to go, then moves them into winds blowing in the desired direction for them to get there. So, cool. So, to connect to the balloon network, a special internet antenna is attached to buildings below. And Google has developed self-driving vehicles. Now, this is where I get a bit concerned, which we all know they've developed these vehicles. But those vehicles are beginning to gain support from lawmakers in places like California, where a bill legalizing their operation on state roads was signed into law by Governor Jerry Brown. So
they've travelled hundreds of thousands of kilometres and never had a crash.
Yeah, right. But what, in city conditions or just on the street?
Conditions and out on the highway and everywhere. The only time they had any problem was when somebody had taken over manual control and they ran up the back of somebody. If the computer had been in charge, it wouldn't have done that. But
okay.
They weren't paying attention or something. So. But they've gone hundreds of thousands of kilometres over several years now and have not had one accident or even near accident.
Apparently, it's been legal in Nevada for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I would get a bit scared. Bloody driverless cars, my God. Maybe
at this stage, their laws are saying that there needs to be somebody behind the wheel who's alert and watching what's happening, in case, because they don't fully 100% trust the cars to drive themselves. Google is saying, look, you really don't need to be there. You can be in the back seats for all it matters, and it still works fine.
Oh, that's all right. I thought you could just say, you could have a few beers and then tell the car to go to the pizza shop and the guy just chucks the pizza in and drives back for you. So it's not like that. You still got
it can be like that, but the law says they would prefer somebody behind the wheel watching what's happening just in case. So.
Well, that's
kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, well, that's going to put taxis out of business, isn't it? If everyone's got one of these cars.
Well, they're also recently talking about doing some automated trains around Sydney without an actual train driver. They're just going to do it all from a control center as well. So
Yeah, I
if you
heard
can
of
do it
that.
for the trains, why not the cars? Yeah.
All right, now we'll go on across the way there to Microsoft. Now you hear these companies doing this every now and then, but Microsoft is offering up $11,000 in incentives for people to unveil, to discover, to find ways to hack into their Internet Explorer 11 and Windows 8.1 preview software. So if you're a bit of a hacker, maybe you want to have a look at that. Maybe 11K up for grabs. Microsoft has revealed 2 more incentives: the Mitigation Bypass Bounty and Blue Hat Bonus for defense programs that would respectively pay researchers up to $100,000 for disclosing truly novel ways of exploiting its Windows 8.1 preview software. Now, further, where is this? The 3 programs. So that's the Explorer 11, Windows 8.1, and what else are they talking about? That's 2. Yes. But anyway, these programs...
Skype.
Pardon?
Skype, probably.
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? No, well, it just says... I was just going to say that these programs will officially launch next Wednesday. So apparently that Windows 8.1 preview software. So look, I'm looking forward to 8.1. You know, it's a bit of an update. So we'll see what happens there.
You get your start button back. Hooray.
Get your what back?
Start button.
Oh, I read that it's not coming back.
No, it's definitely come back. Yeah, it's going to be there.
Oh, okay.
It'll launch up the live tiles on the screen, and you'll switch to the Metro live tiles, so you'll be able to see those. And I'll have all the programs listed there with all the icons that you can click on to start your application. It doesn't pop up like Windows 7, the start menu in the left-hand corner, but it'll switch to the live tiles, which will show you a list of all the programs there and their icons. Click on those to start your application.
Didn't we cover this a couple of weeks ago, and it was actually you had to buy a $40 mouse or something?
So that's an addition. You could do that one instead.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
This will have the button on there as well now.
Now, I know Shane has got his new HTC phone, and Jace is there sitting with a HTC phone and with Androids loaded up on it and going great, you would hope. And the next place that they're going to go is to usbonthego.com.au, because from usbonthego.com.au you can buy heaps of stuff that you can really pimp out your phone if you want to do stuff with it. You can stick in USB cords, or, you know, so you can put USB sticks in and all this sort of stuff. You can, what else can you do, Jace? With all these little on-the-go cables. Have you got one?
No, I haven't got one of those, but you could charge it up, transfer your data around, and give yourself a bit of extra room on your device where you can upload some photos and music, I would imagine.
Yeah, so you've heard Will in previous episodes. He's talked about, you know, he's been out and about. His phone's become full, and he's been taking photos, and important photos, you would imagine. And luckily, he's had a USB on-the-go cable, and he's hooked it in, and he's had a card reader, and he's plugged a SD card in and downloaded onto the card. So that's the sort of things you can do with these cables. What else can you do? What else can you get from USB on the go? You can get USB car chargers, which is good. There's one of those right there in the video, and you plug that into your car charger, obviously, and it's powerful enough to charge the iPhone even, because I use it for my iPhone. So it's a good charger. And look, you can buy memory cards from usbonthego.com.au. You can buy all sorts of crazy things, screen cases. You can actually even buy some Apple products. So, the Apple lead, you know, the connector leads and all that sort of stuff. You can bundle. They've got bundles there, and they've got heaps of stuff there. Heaps of stuff for your Android phone. So if you guys need to be able to do something funky, go and have a look at usbonthego.com.au. And they're a great sponsor of Aussie Tech Heads. So we'd love you to go and visit their website if you're in the need for something like that. Good stuff. All right.
We love them for sponsoring the show.
We do. We love them. We love them. Now, also, I forgot to mention that there's another couple of USB cables being given away this week. Tonight, after the show, I'll go through and see who's commented on the Facebook page, and the first three at random will get a cable, and you'll get an email from me. But if you want to get a cable from usbonthego.com.au for nothing, well, I'll put a thing up on the Facebook page. You tell us why you want one, like the page, and we'll pick 3 at random next week as well. Good stuff. You got all that? Easy
Can the
enough?
staff enter?
No. And it's free postage. Anything you buy from them is free postage. So it's good value. Good value. All right. Now you can actually go to USB on the go and get a cord for a new Galaxy S4 if you want. If you've got an S4, but S4 contains serious vulnerabilities. Have you guys heard about those?
I know that they've just sent out a firmware upgrade.
All right. Well, apparently this Chinese site, how do you say it, Qihu 360 Technology, apparently they're an antivirus company based in China, said its engineering team discovered vulnerability.
It's an oxymoron.
Yeah. On June 17, it can potentially be used by SMS Trojans to silently rack up premium text message charging. I think most of the phones have been, succumbed to this sort of problem, haven't they, over the past couple of times? The vulnerability has been promptly reported back to Samsung after the discovery, and Samsung is already in the process of developing an official update to fix the reported vulnerability, said Qihu in a statement. The flaw is related apparently to a cloud backup feature in the S4. A rogue mobile application could contain code exploiting the vulnerability to send fraudulent scam text messages ordering premium rate services. The firm said it can also be used to fake incoming SMS messages for phishing scams. So it's all going on. But anyway, Qihu recommends S4 users temporarily disable the cloud backup feature when not in use. Users of the firm's Android mobile security app 360 Mobile Security are protected by the issue. There you go.
So you mean the company that's selling security software has found a vulnerability that you need to purchase their security software for?
Yeah,
what a coincidence.
I think I also liked the part where they tried to make it sound a bit more legit was when they said Samsung was working on a on a fix. I thought that was quite intelligent of them as well. But anyway,
be clever what you install, and don't install stuff from random links, and don't click on random links even on your mobile device.
Exactly.
People of common sense.
Now, look, I know Shane's just bought a new mobile phone, and look, I wonder if he's just got a slight regret, that he didn't buy a Huawei, the new Huawei, world's slimmest smartphone. Did you got any?
Oh my god! You can play with it.
Any regrets, Shane?
Not that one.
All right, so the Huawei, now that's apparently how you pronounce it. I've been listening to the TV. Huawei unveils world's slimmest smartphone. Its flagship Its flagship smartphone, for goodness sake. It's not even 4G, but anyway, its flagship smartphone, the Ascend P6. So launched on Tuesday. The company says the device I'll tell you how thick it is. I'll show you a picture of it for those that can see. The company says the device at 6.18 millimeters thick. So that's pretty small, isn't it? That's just over, half a centimeter. So that's pretty thin. I don't know how thin the others are. Maybe about 9. Anyway, it has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera designed for taking selfies or pictures of the owner to be shared on social media networks. I like selfies. The company picked the launch date. How's this? Some of these people, they hang off till the launch date suits their needs. How's this launch date? The company launch date was, because it's 6.1 millimeters thick, the launch date was June the 18th. So 6th month, 18th day. So 6/18. Yeah, so, great. I bet you everyone there's just bloody thigh slapping away, aren't they? Oh, that's great. How do you guys think of this sort of stuff? Oh, you guys. Now, the Ascend P6 uses Huawei's customized version of Google's Android operating system. And as I said, it's not 4G. So, yeah. Get stuffed. All right.
Wow.
Shane, what have you got? What else have you got going over there?
The next story I'll do is following on from the China kind of connection. China builds world's fastest supercomputer, the Tahe 2, I think that's how you pronounce that. Twice as fast as the previous US record holder. China has built the world's fastest supercomputer, twice as fast as the previous record holder. I just read that. I'm trying to find some numbers here. The semi-annual top 500 official listing of the world's fastest supercomputers released Monday says that the Tahi 2, developed by the National University of Defense Technology in central China's Zhangshao City, is capable of sustained computing of 33.86 petaflops per second. That is equivalent to 33,860 trillion calculations per second. The Tahi 2, which means Milky Way 2, apparently, knocks the US Department of Energy's Titan machine off the number one spot, which only achieves 17.59 petaflops per second. So it's basically, nearly double. Yeah, well, it is right around double the predecessor.
Yeah, so that's all right. Oh, look at this. The most of the features of the system were developed in China as they're only using Intel for the main computer part. Said top 500 editor Jack Dongara. Oh, that's a strong name, isn't it? Now, that is the interconnect operating. Oh, I love it when they talk big words like that, eh? All right, I've got to move on. Okay, now, what else have I got here? I've got one here. Little Microsoft Office comes to the iPhone, you may say, at last, because they've been sprouting about it for ages, I think. But apparently it's finally come, so whoopee-doo. The new Office mobile for iPhones available free to Office 365 Home Premium and Office 365 Pro Plus subscribers. Office 365 launched 2 years ago in the cloud. Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? No announcement about making the app available on the iPad. They've forgotten the iPad. They reckon that you can just use the browser to access the thing straight from the net, and the iPad's big enough. So I don't know about the iPad 7-inch, but anyway, apparently.
Or you could use Google Docs for free.
Yeah, true. That's right. There's sort of a bit of talk about, in Microsoft, why they didn't want to release this to the iPhone, and I can see why they didn't, because they've got a Windows product. They don't want to give the iPhone, say, users another reason, to be more comfortable with the iPhone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's sort of a catch-22 for them, though, because if they're on more devices, then more people are going to pay money for the Office 365 subscription, so they cash out there.
Yes,
it does give a bit of irony to Bill Gates, who appeared a couple of weeks ago saying, yeah, I don't think the iPad and the iPhone are going to stay that popular for very long. They don't even have any Office products on there. There's no Word, there's no PowerPoint, no Excel, so they're behind everyone, but now they brought it out. So
obviously he missed the memo.
Well,
not in the loop anymore. He doesn't work there.
A couple of weeks ago, he was right. It's only just now they brought it out. So
yeah. So, but didn't Microsoft bought out tablets years ago? They didn't take off. Look,
you needed a stylus, and the targets were so small you couldn't click on them.
Yeah. Look, the whole thing took off when the first iPhone was released. That was the start of the whole thing. The ecosystems, the app stores, it was just a revolution, really, wasn't it? It was just a total rethink of the whole thing. Just like...
Yeah, and even Steve Jobs didn't want the App Store. He was dead against it until they twisted his arm so much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. So, yeah, total revolution, just like Google Wave. Oh, that closed. Okay. Next story.
Bye, Google Wave.
Bye. Because that was why I brought that up, because they said that was going to be revolutionise the way that we email. That was if they were to sit down today and code an email and write email, it would have been Google Wave, but instead it's Google.
They're looking at bringing that into some of their other products like Google Plus and things now. Some of the technologies they invented with Wave. Oh,
yep. Oh, yeah, because they did kill it off, but I suppose it still lurks in one of the servers around the place. Now, how about this one? Telstra trials 5-day interviews for new IT workers. Jace, would you go for a 5-day interview?
I hope they got toilet and lunch breaks, man, because it'd be stressful.
Wow. Oh, you wouldn't even
never had that when I was there.
You wouldn't even get paid for it, would you? Telstra's trialled this interview technique, apparently, with 6 people so far. Oh, great! With 3 of those taken on as new employees. What about the other poor 3 people? They've wasted 5 days of their lives. Telstra,
They're in therapy.
they got these white jackets on back to front. They can't. They don't know what to do. Telstra CIO Patrick Ettridge today said the telco would extend the program for hiring more broadly across other teams and lines of business. It started out as an experiment, to see if anybody would turn up. And lo and behold, 6 people turned up.
And Telstra went, holy crap, someone actually turned up for this? Whoa! Let's do a reality TV show about it next. What do you reckon?
Did our webpage load? I don't believe it. Did that ad come up? I don't know what it is. Do you guys have issues with the Telstra, like the Big Pond pages not loading? Like when you go, especially when you go into my account and all this sort of stuff? If you got an account?
I don't use the website that much.
Oh,
I keep away from it.
I don't know what it is, but it is slow, and sometimes I can't even get into it. I don't know what is going on. Everything else seems all right, but the My Account, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I just rang him up.
Very laggy, yeah.
Yeah, I rang him.
Get the apps for your phone anyway, and just use those. And anytime you want to do any changes to your account, just use the live chat help. Those guys are really great. Just do the web chat.
Oh, yeah.
To them saying, change this over. Yeah, it's all done. Okay, bye. You don't have to wait in line on the phone and all that rubbish.
No, that's all right. That's pretty good. Well, I think that was... we may have to adopt it and tweak it as we go, but we've definitely seen it work, said Telstra CIO. So, yeah, good luck to them. Good luck to them. But 5-day interviews, my goodness. That's heavy.
Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. You must really want the job.
Why do you want to work here? Because I ain't got no money, that's why.
Yeah, 5-day interview. But I just want to be a tea lady. We don't have tea ladies anymore.
Why are you desperate to work in our mail room? Because Centrelink sent me and they said I couldn't get no more New Star if I didn't go for an interview.
Yeah, so stick that. All right.
What if that would count as 5 interviews or just 1?
That's right. That's right. Jace, did you have any stories that you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, I've got a couple of console ones. There's a quick one just to mention for PlayStation 3. Don't do the firmware update today that came out because your machine won't boot anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, and so apparently the Sony TV's got a problem because an episode guide update came out which forced the TVs to turn on and off and on, and now they don't work properly either. So Sony's having a bit of a bad time of it. And as for Microsoft, they've done a 180. They're now calling the Xbox One the Xbox 180. They've reversed their CRM policy. They killed the required online check-in and the used game problems that people were complaining about before. And now you're allowed to sell your used games, so you can give them to your friends to use, that sort of thing. But came with the one drawback that previously the idea was that you put the disc in, you would copy the whole disc onto your hard drive, and from then on you didn't need the disc anymore. You could just keep using it there because it would keep a record of you having that application in the Xbox cloud. And if you went to your friend's place and you wanted to play a game, you didn't have to bring your disc with you. You just logged into your Microsoft account on the Xbox, and it would say, okay, you've already paid for this game. We'll download a copy to this computer, and you can play it while you're there. When you sign out, of course, it wouldn't be available, but you could also do some loaning of games to your friends and stuff. That's all been cancelled, so you can't do that anymore. You have to take the disc with you and shove it in the machine to prove that you've paid for it.
Yeah, right.
They didn't do a backflip on the whole 360 games, though, did they?
That's for the no, not for the 360. They're already the same. This is just bringing the Xbox One back to the same as the 360 now.
No, I mean, like, did they do a backflip on where you couldn't use the 360 games on the Xbox One, or they changed that as well? Now you can play 360.
That's never going to change.
That's a formatting thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Going to have a streaming service that's going to somehow stream through a copy of old games from PlayStation 3 through virtualization, but it's not going to play the disc that you shove in the drive files anyway.
Look, I'm happy. If you got to take the disc, I'm happy with that. I'm quite okay with that. If you want to take,
Apparently, they changed their mind based on your rant from last week, Glenn.
well,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
That's
I
what I
had to,
did too.
yeah, I had to put Microsoft emails to the spam box. I got so many of them. No, but yeah, I know. Like, last week, I went on because I just could not believe that they would want to tie it down so tightly like that. I just could not understand it because the whole thing about it, and especially kids and stuff, who probably the big game players, they do go around other people's house. They all buy the same machine so they can just, give the discs around and play games when they get sick of them or whatever. Or what about, going to the library and you can hire these games? That was all going to stop and all this sort of stuff. So
Even Video Easy, in that we're using it as a way to get people into their shops, was that you could get the Xbox and Nintendo Wii and other games from there, and hire them out overnight
That's right.
for a few nights and try it out. Really good for the school holidays.
But yeah, so Microsoft said that it had heard loud and clear following gamers' anger. So they changed the policies. That's right. So I think
please buy our product. Nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah, but are you happy with this backflip, Jace?
For me, it's not really going to be much of a problem. I don't buy that many games anyway. But if
Do
I
I?
did, I'd probably do the arcade ones, which you're still going to be able to download through online Xbox Arcade. Just purchase your stuff there, and they'll always be free and in the cloud. Or not free, they'll always be available through the cloud.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, look, I still think that it says here, Microsoft says, while we believe that the majority of people will play games online and access the cloud for both games of entertainment, we will give consumers the choice of both physical and digital content. So apparently these rules apply to only games bought as physical discs. But I suppose as time goes on, we are all just downloading the games. I don't know.
Bit of a catch-22 for the publishers. They are complaining that I would buy a game, and when I'm finished with it, I'd give it to you, and you would have it free, and then you log in and you start using it for free. But then again, if I've got the disc and the disc gets scratched or something, or lost, or the dog eats it or buries it in the back garden, then I would have to go to the shop and buy another copy of it because it's required to put into your machine to prove that you're there. So they'll get a lot of people double purchasing their stuff just to prove that they've got their game. If it's been done the old way, which they originally announced with Xbox One, once you put the disc in once, that's it. You don't need it ever again. So
yeah, true. So anyway, we'll see how that pans out. Luckily, I'm not a big game head, so I've got my Xbox over there, but it doesn't really get turned on that often. I think.
Poor thing.
Yeah, I think I went around it the wrong way because I bought a game, Wolfenstein, for it, when I first got it. And I thought, I used to play Wolfenstein on the Apple. And so I thought, cool, Wolfenstein. Obviously, I knew the graphics had advanced since the Apple II days. But, they get the thing, the whole premise of the game I thought was interested me. So I bought it. And then later on, I found out that it was probably one of the hardest games to learn how to control. So I went, great.
Well, if your Xbox One is sitting in the corner and you don't turn it on very often, maybe you're just not saying the right words. Maybe try some strawberries, a bit of champagne and chocolate and some soothing music. It might help turn it on.
That's right. Might arouse it a bit, eh? Because I'll tell you what happened. I had it sitting over there for a while, and then when I did turn it on, I thought, I'll turn this on. I'll do something, use it as my media extender. I might have, whatever. So I turned it on, and it wouldn't connect to the internet wirelessly, and I don't know why it wouldn't. I tried everything, but it would hook up wired. So I hooked it in wired, and then after that it went back. It did all these updates, and then it was fine again. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's the other problem, leaving it off too much. If you're not much of a gamer, every time you turn it on, you have to wait until it updates everything. At least the next gen ones, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, is going to do all the updating in the background. So
that's all right. Yeah, good. So it should. Now Java, we all use Java. I think if we're going around, traveling around the internet, but apparently there's 40 security vulnerabilities that are going to be updated.
In Java or JavaScript?
Java. JavaScript very, very rarely would get vulnerabilities. It's always going to be Java.
So one, Oracle is planning to fix 40 security vulnerabilities when it releases its critical patch update for Java SE on Tuesday. Due to the threat posed by a successful attack, Oracle strongly recommends that customers apply critical patch update fixes as soon as possible. Now, starting in October, Java updates will be released on a quarterly basis instead of 3 times a year as part of Oracle's main critical patch update regime. Good on yous. Now, I'll tell you, I've got and this is can someone answer a question to me about Java? I don't know how many people here use
Java for $500, Alex.
There's what?
I was doing Jeopardy.
Oh,
Java
right.
for $500.
Right.
What is Java? Sorry, I failed.
I don't get that Jeopardy either. Yeah, because why can't you just go, what is this and what is that? And you go, well, that is the answer, isn't it? So I don't get Jeopardy. Stupid game. No wonder a robot could do it. How easy is it?
Yeah.
Now, Java. Now, do you find any issues when you're updating it? Like, do you have any?
Not really, no. I haven't had any issues for updating.
No?
Issues using older versions, but
it's not usually backwardly compatible.
Yeah, they have a problem with backwards compatibility at times, but
Am I the only one in the universe that uses user accounts on Windows? Because you can't update it through the user account. You've got to log back in as administrator, and then you can update it. No. Oh, no. I think you've actually got to go to the web page to update. You can't just, the balloon comes up and says, update found, need to update. Well, you click on the update, it always fails. Always.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't come across that. I know at the company that we do desktop support for, we had to disable the updates because some of the software is so old that it needs an older version of Java. The newer ones, they haven't updated their application. So if it did come up with that and the people updated to a newer version, their application would stop working. So we had to disable auto updates anyway. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Shane, have you got anything else going on down there?
I got this other story about the treasurer, Wayne Swan, where did it go? Treasurer Wayne Swan launches new smartphone app so constituents can alert him to issues.
Oh,
and
good.
That's basically about it.
Did they alert that he is the issue, or?
His phone would be going off every half second, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
He'd be just going beep 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 beep. It just wouldn't stop. Issues. Oh, what's he doing? So what does he? Oh, where's Eric? What on earth is he going to do when he gets a message about an issue? Like, what's he going to do?
What the hell is that message? Can you print that out for me and fax it to me?
What's he going to do? That's a joke. Does it say what the app is going to be called or anything like that, or what's it supposed to going to do or anything?
It says the fixogram function allows people to send pictures of potholes, traffic jams.
No,
all that kind of crap.
You're joking, aren't you?
So nothing really of great significance, but just piddly little things that really your local council should be dealing with.
Wayne, I've got a pothole. Beep beep.
Quick, come here. Wayne jumps into his van, sits on the overalls, dashes out to your place and personally fills it in for you. Knocks on your door. Is that all right? You like that? Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Oh, I'm off to the next call out. What?
And I'll be he needs one of those signs in the sky like Batman, right?
Oh,
the last line of what I actually put in the show notes, it says Coalition MPs Malcolm Turnbull and Andrew Laming also have apps. So he's not the first to do it.
No, but geez, but that they might have apps about something half decent.
Yeah, true.
But actually, it does say, look, it does say that he has narrowed it down. It's only for his electorate in Lily, so there must. So he might have. There might not be too many potholes up there. But
imagine if some internet trolls got a hold of the application and started submitting some stuff.
Well, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? That's what's going to happen. They'll get his address and they'll go, oh, there's some useless, cranky old dude in this address. Can you go and evict him?
I have it submitted to Reddit and 4chan, and then suddenly, watch out.
Yeah. The great thing about this new app is that accessing assistance from my office will now be in the pockets of local constituents. What a joke. What is he doing? What? This probably cost $6 million to make.
He's up with those technologies like them young kids, what they use.
Yeah, hence Fix-O-Gram.
Yeah.
Fix-O-Gram. Oh, geez. I think he needs
I don't have any problems with my grams, so they don't need fixing.
No, that's right. I think
My problem is I've got too many kilograms. Can you fix that?
yeah, he'll come out to your place with a skipping rope and he'll
Jump, 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 jump. Mac Daddy make you jump, jump.
or he'll drive past your house and throw a rope out and say, tie that round your waist, and then he'll just drive off.
Run!
They'll run.
Run, Forrest!
Forrest, run.
Oh yeah. What? Oh, can we get a pitch? Is there a pitch? Is this out or is it? What's going on? Is this actually been? It's been launched, but is it actually coming out?
Is that for iPhone?
All click on the thing. What happens?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Press the button mark idiot and see what comes out.
Oh, this is what happens when I'll show you what happens when you load it up. Hang on, we'll get to the screen cap section, not the PS2.
Hey.
Hang on.
You get a picture.
Whoa!
Where's your other hand, Wayne? Where's your other hand? Oh.
On his phone?
Yeah. So anyway, he's brought an app out. What a true champion, Australian of the Year. So it doesn't say too much. If you had an issue you wanted your federal MP to help you out on 20 years ago, you'd have to write a letter or set up an appointment. The great thing about this new app is that we can just delete them without even... we don't even have to pay someone to open the letters. Oh, he's saving us money after all. Good on you. Good on you. See? Did I fill in all right for Eric there?
He's like the Blackall website and that, isn't he?
That's right, yes. That's probably where it's going to end up, in the black.
Internet Explorer, Blackall, and Wayne Swan saving you money.
That's right.
The trifecta.
Oh, all right. Did we do Eric proud on that one? I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. All right. Where else are we going? Jace, did you have anything else this week?
Those are my stories that I had so far.
Yep. All right. I think I might have another one or two. Did you have any more, Shane?
No, I'm done.
Oh, good. Well, we're just right on time. How good is that for a change? Vodafone. Let's go and talk about Vodafone again.
Oh, that'll kill half an hour.
No, well...
They're always good for a laugh.
Is this a good idea or not? Vodafone has tweeted from the... whoever he is, looks like someone important. But anyway, of course, he's tweeted from their account. We don't currently have any plans to launch 4G modems in 2013. We are focusing on bringing a great... That's more than 410 characters or whatever it is, 190? It must be
a bit long.
Oh, it's Facebook. Yeah, it's Facebook. We are focusing on bringing a great experience to our existing smartphone customers. We find a lot of our customers are tethering their smartphones and using this as mobile broadband. Hope this helps. Cheers, Alan. What do you think of modems? Good? Bad? Don't care? Yeah.
I use USB modems when I go on holidays with my daughter because my parents don't have internet there and we both need to use internet. And we've just got a cheap one from Dodo at the moment that it works through the Optus network, I think it is. We get fast enough 3G there. But
you'll have to check those out.
They're just announcing recently that they were going to be providing this 100 megahertz capable 4G so that people could use that. I was expecting that to be modems that you could connect it to. I don't know of any phones that are capable of that. So
yeah, well, so why don't you tether your phone? Why don't you go down that track instead of why do you use the modem?
I have 1 gig a month on my Telstra phone, and when I tried just popping it up to an extra gig or two for 1 month just so I could do my holidays, their system kept screwing up and yeah, it's a long story, but I had 1 gig and I asked for 2 gigs, so then I would get 2 gigs, and when I asked to cut it back down again, their system cut me to 1 gig off quota, but the start of it, whenever I reset it, it started at 1 gig used and would go up to 2 gig. So I would actually have just that 1 gig, but the start of it was every month I would get a message saying you've used 1 gig on the first day, and then I got up to 2 gig to
Yeah.
use up.
Oh,
And then the next time I went on holidays, I said, could I have another 1 gig? So I'd have 2 to 3 gigs. And then when I finished that holiday, I'd say I'll go back to 1 gig. So they moved the bottom of it up. So now I was doing 2 to 3 gigs for my 1 gig quota.
yeah.
And eventually it got up to 4 to 5 gigs. I'm going, this is ridiculous because they've got an automatic system that sends an SMS to me when I use up 80% or 50% or 100% of my quota. So every month, as soon as I got a reset to the start of my anniversary of my account, I would immediately get a message saying you used up 85% of your quota because it was now going four out of 5 gigs
Yeah.
had been used on the first day. And I was like, this
Oh,
is
dear.
ridiculous. You guys sorted this out. And they couldn't figure it out. So when I got the new phone, it all reset back to the start again when I got the iPhone 5. So after that, I was like, right, Telstra's system just can't handle it. I'm not going to do this anymore. So from then on, I just went and got the Toto one, and I'd activate it for 1 month and use up. I think it was 4 gigs on there that I just have for the month now.
Yeah. Oh, look, some of these things can go do your head in, can't they? Like, and I know Telstra, like them and their billing and their cycles and their pro ratas, and it is just an absolute mess. And trying to work it out, well, you can't. You got to trust that the chick that you ring up can work it out. You know, like
When you know this crazy, bizarre one like mine is, you try explaining that to the call center person every time you ring up to say, no, I don't
yeah.
have
Oh, it's
4
crazy.
or 5 gigs. I've got 1 gig, but it starts at 4 and goes to 5. And
Yeah, it's insane. But look, we've just got some late mail from the lounge, Frosty. So going back to the Xbox One, apparently when you buy it, you agree to a no class action lawsuit. So that's instills confidence that Microsoft are doing the right thing, doesn't it? So they obviously go, well, we're just going to try and screw people here, but let's make them sign something that so that they can't
we
come
thought
back.
Apple was going downhill now. Just look at Microsoft. They're showing an even better way to do it.
Yeah.
Crash and burn.
Look, I think it's hard to move on. Like the internet is such a revolution, to how things used to be done, and it's hard to get into a mindset of a different way to monetize your products and to maintain that monetization. But I think they've got to try and come up with something, haven't they? Like by banning people or disallowing them to legitimately share. You're punishing the good people for the
Every time they seem to fix up something that they've broken, they break something else in the process. It just makes people go, I've just had it with Microsoft. This Xbox One is just going to drive me crazy. PlayStation.
Yeah, well, that's right. And especially like the Xbox, they charge you, what, $80 a year or something to be part of their Xbox Live or something. And without it, you can't do YouTube. You can't, like the little YouTube app on the Xbox. I'm not sure if you can even browse the web, use the...
Netflix. Can't do Netflix.
No. It's just insane. But anyway.
And join the PlayStation Plus network. It's going to be like $5 a month US.
So they're going to start charging, are they?
For multiplayer games and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure about Netflix and YouTube and that sort of thing, but to do multiplayer, which used to be just free all the time, they're going to require you to be on the Plus network.
Oh, yeah.
Pay $5 a month for that.
Yeah, well, $5 is probably reasonable. You'd do that if you were into it. 10. Look, I suppose if you're in the games, you probably would do 10. But for me, I'm not into it that much, so I'm not paying $10 to get stuffed. All right, I think we're just about there, everyone. Has anyone got anything else?
Well, we're done.
No.
We're done. All good. Look, I'm looking through it all.
Done.
Everything's been said and done.
Like a dinner.
Done it like a dinner. I know there's heaps of stories there tonight because I just sat down and I just kept coming. They kept flowing. So I thought, well, we better grab them all. All right. So, so that brings us to an end of episode 346. If you want to join us in the lounge, you can every Thursday from 7:30. No promises of a start time, but from 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And you can join us there, aussietechheads.com.au/live. Now through Ustream. So hopefully, lounge, you're out there. Did it all go good with the Ustream tonight? Looks like you're still chatting away, so it must have. We must still be on air. Good.
And this new video conferencing software is doing well for us too.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Much
yes.
better than Google Hangouts and Skype and all that rubbish.
That's right. And actually, it is a paid software, but there is a free version. It's called Zoom.us. Go check that one out. It is done us great. We used it in the Aussie Mac Zone last Tuesday for the first time on a podcast. It was good. And then I subscribe to it $10 a month or $100 a year. So it looks like it's
and that's just for the host as well. The other people who are joining in don't have to pay anything.
No. So this is the hosts that aren't on the Gold Coast are coming to you guys from the Zoom.us chat software that we found. And I think, was that your idea? You found that, didn't you, Jace? That's a good one.
Yeah, I just did a quick Google around to try and find something to replace our Hangouts that were breaking up and getting too compressed and stuff.
Yeah, and also thanks to iPhone Aussie, because he was the one that commented on one of the YouTube videos and said how disturbed he was about the fuzziness of the video. So
terrible. I had to go into therapy with that guy from the Telstra interviews.
That's right. So look, I lay awake every night thinking about listeners that are disturbed, and I said I can't have iPhone Aussie disturbed. So we went on a hunt. Jason found the Zoom.us, and I hope I can sleep well tonight, iPhone Aussie. Can you let me know if you're happy with it, please? Thank you.
We don't want our listeners disturbed because we're already disturbed enough for everyone.
That's right. That's exactly right. But yeah, it's good. Zoom.us. It's great. It's great. Check it out. All right. And also before the stream, before the live show each Thursday, we do have a few shows as a warm-up, as a little entree. So in the mix, we have the techwebcast.info, we have got the geeksphere.tv, and I'm also going to play the Aussie Mac Zone from the previous week. How's that going? Woo, yeah. So if you're into the Mac...
That's going to be streaming out on the radio too?
It is. The radio, the Mac Zone is all primed and ready to go for when I push the button tonight. She's going to pop into the lineup at the AussieTechRadio.com. So and those other shows I mentioned also on the radio, they just stream around. You know, you log in whenever you log in, and you're up to whatever you're up to, and you give it a listen. But yeah, so if you're missing Aussie Mac podcasts, go and have a listen to the Aussie Mac Zone, because it'll hopefully fill the need. And we've got a good crew there. We've got a new guy that you might not have seen before, another Jason. That's where it's getting pretty confusing. But yeah,
two Jasons for the price of one.
I know, that's right. We're going crazy around here, but do that, because it's another great little podcast. Look, you might have had a few iTunes issues, but that'll sort itself out. I'm still not sure why that Aussie Mac Zone had an issue there for the first episode, but I'm sure we'll get over it. All right. Other than that, I think that is about it. So next week, hopefully, will be back. Hopefully he's fixed all his batteries and he'll be back. Yeah, cool. Well, I think I've mentioned everything. You can follow me at Aussie Tech Heads. Jason at Warlock, Waulok, Shane at Shane with a Y, 1973, and Eric at Eric with a K Franco, Will at Mr. Tompkinson, and why not email all of us at whoever we are at aussietechheads.com.au. So got that one in the bag. All right then, peoples, it's good to
see you all next week.
Good to see you, good to be heard, and we'll see you, Jace and Shane, next week on another episode.
Bye.
And we'll see you guys too. So until next time, it's bye for now. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.